right. First, we'll go to Sabrina. Sabrina, you can go ahead.
Hey, Ty. I'm curious. After the Celtics went small in the third quarter, what sort of adjustments did you want the guys to make, and why did it seem to take a little bit longer to get those done?
Say it again.
What sort of adjustments did you guys try to make in the third quarter when they went small?
As far as, I don't understand.
Sorry. When they went small in the third quarter, what sort of adjustments did you guys try to make?
No, we just wanted to continue to play our game, continue to move the basketball and attack. And then they try to put their 5 men on our floor and try to switch a lot of the situations. So they switched, and we didn't take advantage of the matchups, but also we got kind of stagnant because we didn't continue to run slip outs and continue to set pick and rolls and kind of went one-on-ones.
Thanks, Sabrina. We'll go over to Tomer.
Hey, Ty, just curious, where did you feel the biggest impact of PG's absence today?
I think shooting the basketball. I think attacking, creating for others. I think when teams switch, he's one guy that can be the guy with the dribble, get to the basket, and they come help, and he's spraying out for threes. So being an attacker switches more, and also being when Kawhi's out of the game, having him on the floor as well is big for us.
Thanks. We'll go over to Charlie.
Hey, Coach, what can you say about Zoo's effort tonight?
I thought Zoo was big, going 7 for 7 from the field, and just his presence was huge. And we got him in. We was able to alleviate a lot of their switching. They started playing more traditional, and that's when we was able to make our run and kind of run our offense the right way.
Thanks. We'll go to Law.
Hey, Ty. Luke got off to a great start. He had 13 first half points. He came up empty in the second half, and Reggie came up empty as far as field goals for the game. What do you feel like those two players in particular need to do in order to basically play a full game in support of Kawhi offensively?
No, I thought Luke did a good job. I thought, in the second half, when they started switching and making us play one-on-one, it took away from our ball movement and took away from our, getting two guys on the basketball and able to spray and make a play for one another. So in that first half, we was able to get downhill and run some pick and rolls and put two on the ball, and that's how he was able to get open shots. Reggie, got in early foul trouble so it kind of just took him out of the rhythm and the flow of the game.
We'll go over to Ohm.
Hey, Ty, the Celtics started sending two guys at Kawhi there late. I'm wondering, how do you think you guys handled that? There was that one play where Kawhi found Lou in the baseline, that great pass. And then what did you think of the other two looks that Kawhi had?
I think, a couple of times he should have just moved it a little earlier because our spacing kind of got messed up. But I got to go back and look at it because we do want to be aggressive in attacking. When they put two on the ball, that's what we want, and then we can, make a play with someone else. But at the end of the game, you want Kawhi taking that shot. He got to his spot, got to his mid-range pull-up, just didn't make it.
Thanks, Owen. We'll go over to Andrew.
Hey, Ty. Obviously, with Pat and PG out, it's harder to play those lineups where you would you kind of went to after the first 10 games where you put a Luke with 4 strong defenders or Lou with 4 strong defenders, Reggie. How do you navigate that while these guys are out, just trying to surround, Lou, Luke, and Reggie, or playing them together with good defenders when obviously they're shorthanded?
Yeah, we just got to figure it out. I thought we did a decent job, of it tonight. I don't think Lou and Luke hurt us defensively. But like you said, we just got to make sure we got the right combinations on the floor. And I just thought more so offensively, we had I think we had 16 turnovers, 9 in the first half. And we didn't take care of the ball as good as we would like to. And then, 38-20 in that third quarter when, the last 12, 13 games, the third quarter has been ours. So we just got to go back and just clean up some of those things. And like I said, great adjustment by Brad. They went small, like you said, switched it 1 through 5, and it made us stagnant.
Thanks, Andrew. We'll go over to Miriam.
Hey, Ty, I wanted to ask about you've stressed pace and picking up the pace. Kawhi seems to be doing that. I'm trying that a lot. Are you happy with that? Are you seeing that?
Yeah, it was really good. And he started the game with a lot of pace. And it could have worn down, down the stretch, but, that's where Reggie comes in. And Reggie getting those 2 early fouls just took him out of the flow of the game. But Reggie's been doing a good job of, picking up that pace for us, offensively. So, when he goes out of the game, and then we got, on the floor, we got Luke, and usually not a traditional point guard out there. It is kind of hard to keep that pace up. So we just got to find a way to continue to keep doing it.
Thanks, Miriam. We have time for one last one. We'll go to Kahari.
Hey, what's going on, Coach? I wanted to ask just more about the spacing. Do you feel like the spacing will be an issue in the future? Or do you feel like it's just some small, minor adjustments that you all have to make?
I couldn't hear you.
I said I want to ask more about the spacing. You feel that would be an issue in the future, or you feel like that would be just a small adjustment you all have to make?
You said spacing?
Yeah, spacing.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. We've been working on that, and I thought spacing was pretty good. I thought when they double teamed a couple of times, we could have moved it a little earlier and cat, 2-on-1s on the backside. So we just got to keep going with that. But a couple of times our bigs make sure we ducking in, head in front of the basket. So now it brings another defender across the floor, and now we got 2-on-1 on the backside. So we've been good at all year. I got to go back and look and see how it was tonight. But for the most part, we know Kawhi's going to get double teamed, PG as well. So we got to make sure our spacing is right, because that is important.
Thanks, Coach. That's
All right, thank you.
Take care. Good. We'll go ahead and get started with Tomer.
Hey, Lou, it's good to see you. Been a while. Just curious, now that PG is going to be out, I mean, we don't know how long, but for whatever time he's out, how does that change things for you guys? And I guess what's asked of you if he has to miss some time?
I don't think anything should change. I think we just got to continue to play well, play on the string, share the basketball, and stay positive and just keep pushing. Obviously it's kind of cliche to hear the next man up mentality, but we're a deep basketball team. We understand what Paul means to this group, but at the same time, we just got to push forward. So I'm not even sure how long he'll be out either. So we hadn't even had that conversation.
And then I know that you've sort of found your shooting stroke the last couple of days, and I know you never think you're in a shooting slump, but do you really feel like you're starting to find yourself past that comfort and finding your stroke again?
Yeah, just trying to get my legs under me and just play the best I can with the minutes that I play, and just trying to be as positive as I possibly can. And so these last couple of games, I've shot the ball really well, and so just make sure I do the work to make sure it carry over.
Thanks, Tomer. We'll go over to Nick Hamilton.
Hey, Lou, this was like the 14th straight game you guys scored over 100 points in a game. What does that say just about your offense and the consistency of your offense?
I think we're in a really good spot offensively. The ball is moving. Guys are trusting each other. We're just playing at a high clip. We're shooting at a high clip. We're getting ourselves an opportunity to get easy baskets. So I think we're rolling off.
Thanks, Nick. We'll go over to Rashawn.
Hey, Luke, what happened in the third quarter that allowed Boston to kind of find their rhythm?
They got some big shot makers. I think those guys did a great job of just anchoring their team, putting them in a position to be competitive going into the fourth quarter, and they spurred a run. Kemba got hot. Tatum got hot. And once guys like that start to go, you have to key in on them, and I thought they made plays for the other guys, and the other guys in that group made shots as well. And so, they're all-star caliber guys, and they just start going.
Thanks. Go over to Law Murray.
Hey, Lou, last several years, or last couple of years, you and Trez had a great thing going as far as the pick and roll game offensively, and especially with PG out indefinitely. How would you assess your progress developing that same chemistry and pick and roll with Ivica Zubac this season?
We just got to keep building. Obviously they're two completely different players, two different styles, and it's been an adjustment playing with Zoo. Years before that, he and I didn't have a lot of minutes on the floor together, so we're still building, we're still growing. I'm getting to know him. He's getting to know me, where I want screens, when I don't want screens, and so it's going to take some time, but I think we'll be fine.
Thanks. We'll go over to Kahari.
Hey, what's going on, Lou? Just to piggyback off that question, you had an exchange with Lou. It seemed like with Zubac at the end of the third quarter. Can you elaborate on what you was discussing with him? You guys shook up afterwards too as well.
Just helping him as a young player, just mental mistakes, and everybody's gonna make mistakes throughout the game. But for him, I'm just challenging him just to be conscious of those mistakes and not try to make them night in and night out, especially when it's the same thing. And so that's just a position I've taken with him, just to try to help him grow as a young player, just to grow within the game, understand the game, and start applying some of the things that the mistakes that he's made and try to change them. So that's it.
Thanks. We'll take one last one from Miriam.
Obviously, you guys kind of took their shot in the third quarter, which is unusual for you guys being so good in the third quarter of late. But in the fourth, you guys, well, led by you guys showed a lot of composure. Is that sort of telling for this group, because kind of the veteran nature of it?
No, we usually don't allow teams to have such long, successful runs like Boston did tonight. But sometimes you got to step outside of yourself and give the other guys credit on the other team. We're a pretty good basketball team, and they are as well. They have a lot of confidence in their abilities. We have a lot of confidence in our abilities, and sometimes other teams just play better than you. And I thought in that stretch, that's what they did.
Thanks, Lou. That's all we have time for you. Have a good night. We'll go ahead and get started with Cam.
Hey, good evening, Nick. What did you see happen in the third quarter that kind of let them guys back in the game and kind of change the face of the game, actually?
Yeah, I mean, that was a big turnaround. And no, we had a good start to start the third, and then the energy switched up. They started making big shots, and we're not really aggressive on pick and roll defense anymore. So, and they open their bench and make shots and make plays. So, I mean, we try to stay in the game anyway, but I think we 3-4 minutes on, we didn't do anything. We stopped moving the ball on offense, and they make big plays.
How do you maintain that energy that you said the energy switched up? How do you maintain that energy moving forward?
I mean, we usually do it because we're pretty good in the third quarter anyway. So, I mean, I think we showed that the last couple of games, the third quarter is our quarter pretty much. So it happened tonight, didn't go away. So we got to get back to it next game.
All right. Thank you, Nick.
Yeah, thanks, Cam. Sorry if I butcher your name, Jacopo.
Yeah, thank you. Hi, Nick. And I wanted to ask you, after one quarter of season, how are you feeling about a new system, a totally new situation, and how are you progressing?
When you get to a new team like that, we got a high expectation. And you have a short training camp. We got only 3 preseason games. It's not easy, so we have to really get focused to get to know the new guys, a new coach, new system. So, I got a chance to have good coaching staff and great teammates. So we really welcome in this team, and it was pretty easy for me to fit in. So good so far.
Thank you.
Thanks. We have time for one more. We'll go to Andrew Gregg.
Hey, Nick. From the outside, with PG considering how much playmaking he'd done this year, it seems like there's quite a gap that has to be made up or compensated in his absence, however long he's out. Do you see it that way, though? Or do you feel like you guys can spread it out fairly evenly about what he was doing? How much of a challenge is it, I guess, to compensate for what he brought?
I mean, we'd have to do it. Have to do it to find a way to do it. He's one of the top 5, top 10 guys so far in this league, so he's playing amazing. He's on the MVP discussion right now for sure. So, when you miss a guy like that, everybody got to step up. And make plays. He averaged 25 or 23 or 25 and 5 or 6 assists. He's doing big job. I mean, he creates so much space. He has so much attention around him. So, on defense, doing a great job as well. So, we all got to step up and find a way to do something when he's out.
Thanks, Nick.
Thanks, Nick. You have something nice. Hey, Kawhi, how you doing?
Good.
We're going to get started with Law Murray.
Hey, Kawhi. Lou mentioned just now that the team hasn't really had a conversation about how long Paul's going to be out or anything like that. For you, how does his absence adjust things for you as far as the playmaking, the scoring? How much more of a burden are you feeling with him out?
I mean, everybody just gonna have to step up pretty much. You know, obviously just trying to get us shots. You know, more attention on me. But we all got to take the challenge, and you know, it's gonna be fun.
Thanks. We'll go over to Miriam.
My hand was up. But it's quiet. You seem to be making sort of a concerted effort to push the pace. I know that's something Ty talks about a lot. Is that harder to do when you guys are shorthanded?
No, I mean, we should be able to. Everybody should be able to step on the floor and run. I mean, obviously with you know, Pat and Paul out, we're missing a lot with defense, and you know, obviously with Paul passing the ball, you know, able to catch, shoot, score off the dribble, and you know, he caused a lot of attention, but you know, and Pat as well, defense, and able to spread the floor. But we all just got to step up. I mean, we all could push the pace. You know, it's about running and, you know, cutting.
Thanks. We'll go over to Justin Russo.
Hey, Kawhi. LeBron was very outspoken about his feelings toward the All-Star game, and guys like De'Aaron Fox and Giannis have come out and echoed that same sentiment. I'm just wondering, how do you feel about playing in an All-Star game this year, considering everything that's going on?
I mean, it is what it is at this point. I mean, we all know why we're playing it. You know, it's money on the line. It's an opportunity to make more money. But I mean, just putting money over health right now, pretty much. But yeah, I mean, we're playing games now, and it's still a pandemic. We're doing all these protocols and rules, so it doesn't really surprise me.
We'll go over to Tomer.
Just Kawhi, along those same lines. I mean, considering you guys have had a short off season, you know, everyone has. Would you just rather, you know, be home with your family getting rest at that point, or how do you view that?
Just what I just said. Don't matter. I mean, it is what it is. I'm not about to be stressing about what could or should have been happening. Take it for what it is.
And then, you know, what did you see different out there without PG? I know you've been in the lineup recently, but what did you see differently out there without him?
I just said it earlier. Shooting, and he's able to get his open shots. Defense, he scores on with the dribble, and catch shoot player. And yeah, that's what we're missing.
Thanks, Tomer. We'll go over to Nick Hamilton.
Hey, Kawhi, the team's 14th straight game where you scored 100 points plus. Do you feel like the team is really starting to be more comfortable and have fluidity in the offense?
Yeah, I think, you know, we all in good spirits. We know what's going on offensively. You know, we have our times when we don't execute, and have our times when we look great. So we still need to get better at things now. You know, with obviously with Paul out as well. So, but right now, I think we're doing a good job of just moving it, sharing the ball, guys being confident in their roles, and just playing well, pretty much.
Thank you.
Thank you, Kawhi.